What is going on, y'all? Safety Steve here. Today I'm going to show you how to install a drop-in trigger for your AR system. So we have our 300 blackout build here. We're going to be replacing the trigger as well as the pins with anti-walk pins, and our trigger is from Bowden Tactical. This is their Parametric trigger. It's their straight-faced one. We're going to go ahead and give it a try out, see how it does. So big, huge shout out to Bowden Tactical. We really appreciate you guys and everything you do. So we're going to go ahead and get this tore apart. And the first thing we need to do is remove the upper from the lower. So there are two pins right here. We're going to take the rear one out first. Actually, I need some of this bolt home first. Alright. So close our dust cover, and we're going to pull the front pin out, and then you can go ahead, take your upper receiver and just place it out of the way, because all we need now is our lower. Alright y'all, so we got our lower assembly here. So the first thing we're going to do is we have a 5/64 hex, and there is two set screws in there just to hold it in place. We're going to go ahead and loosen those up just a little bit. Alright, from there guys, we're going to have to take the grip off so that we can get the safety selector out. And when we do that, there is a little detent and a spring right under the right side of the safety selector. So when we remove this, you got to be careful that we don't lose it. So we'll go ahead and take our cap off, grab our screwdriver, and we will undo your grip bolt. Alright, so there's our bolt right there. Now we're going to slowly pull this away, and you guys should be able to see that there's a spring and there's a little detent right behind it. Sometimes you got to knock it out. So after that, we should be able to pull our safety selector all the way out. Sometimes you have to get that down. We have our pins still in there. Okay. So the next things we need to do is we need to take our trigger pins out. There's two of them. So they should be pretty easy to come out. They shouldn't be in there too tight since we loosened those set screws. And then as you see, the safety selector just kind of fell out once we did that. And then we have a velocity drop-in trigger, and we're going to go ahead and remove that. So now if you guys want to clean up the inside or whatever, but this is totally stripped, ready for the new trigger to be dropped in. Alright y'all, so we got it all cleaned up, we're ready to drop in our new trigger. So we're going to grab our drop-in trigger from Bowden Tactical, and we are just going to do like they say and drop it in. The next thing you're going to want to do is put your safety selector back in. So just put it in place and let it kind of sit there, but you can't put that in after you put in your trigger pins. So we need to put that in first before we do our trigger pins. So now we're going to grab our new anti-lock pins, and we're going to insert it on one side, and then we're going to start the screws on the other side. And we're just going to start them. You don't have to snug anything right now. So we got that one started. We got this one started. Alright, so from here, we are going to go ahead and tighten all the way our anti-walk pins. So if you guys want to put some blue Loctite on it, you're more than welcome to. I'm not going to at this moment because I'll probably take this trigger back off. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so we got our anti-lock pins in there all the way. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our grip back on. So make sure the spring goes back in the grip. Make sure your detent goes pointy side up. And then you're going to slowly wiggle it on there until it's set in place where it should be. Once you do that, we can go ahead and put our grip bolt back in there. Sometimes they got long bolts. So we'll snug that back in there nice and tight. Alright, so here is where we are going to use our, 5/64, and we're going to tighten down those same set screws just until they're snug. You don't have to tighten the crap out of them. Just a little bit till it's snug, and that's it. That's just going to take all of your play out of it so that there's no play in the trigger. So, once we have that back on, we are all set and good to go from here. So we're going to do a functions check. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put it on safe, and we're going to try to pull the trigger. Nothing happens. We're going to go ahead and put it on fire, and we're going to pull the trigger. Went off like it should. We're going to hold it down all the way, reset it, and slowly let go until you hear that reset. Once it resets, pull the trigger again, and this trigger is functioning like it should be. So from here, all we got to do is just pull our pins back out and reattach our upper assembly. So we'll start with the front pin, put the back pin in, do the same thing. Switch it to safe, doesn't fire like it should. Switch it to fire, goes off, hold it, reset, fire. Just to give you guys a good example of this. That's the reset, that's fire. Absolutely no play whatsoever. Reset, fire. It's about a 3.5 pound pull. So we're going to go ahead and load some mags up, and then we're going to head out and see how fast we can shoot it. So we'll meet you guys out at the range. What is going on, y'all? Same Steve. We're out at the range now. We went ahead and bore sighted our 300 Blackout Arrow Precision build. And we have our brand new Bowden tactical trigger in here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to confirm our 0 on paper, and then we'll start shooting some steel. Alright, so our 0 looks pretty good. Let's shoot that steel over there. I'll move the camera. Alright, y'all, let's see what we can do on the plate rack. Don't forget, guys, check out the links down in the description below. I'm going to have the trigger, I'm going to have this upper, I'll have the sights, I'll have this whole build totally listed out for you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe for some more. Save Steve in.